Welcome to the second in my series on my EEPROM programmers. This is my EEPROM programmer, that's electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. It supports a number of different devices that can be programmed, either normal EEPROMs or the flash versions of these EEPROMs. Generally these days you'd always tend to go for the flash version because they have a higher memory capacity and they often tend to be cheaper. Right, going through the components, we have an Arduino Nano, which is the heart of the operation, 2 shift registers and 2 sets of transistors which drive the VCC lines. I can't run directly from the Arduino because the current isn't supported through a pin, so I have to send it to effectively a transistor, which causes effectively a switch, which then switches on the power. It can also be used as a normal pin, but it's just we need more current. Okay, I have made a little device to display some of how it functions and see if it's working. So if we now go to the monitor, right, if I was to type H, it'll display a list of the commands and particular devices that are supported by this particular version. So in particular, the one we'll be using in a moment is going to be the 28C256. These ones here are flash devices. They're slightly different in the fact that you can't just write to them straight away. If you've written to it once, you have to erase it, then write to it again. Whereas these ones, I can change any of the bytes as I feel free. But we'll show that in a moment. Okay. Let's switch into test mode. If I was to do T,2, we're now counting through the data pins. And a similar line, if we do a T,3, we go through the address pins. Initially they start off all on one side, that's nice, and then it does all kinds of silly things all over the place. There are other test commands you can also use, but I don't bother, not plan to go into all of them. Okay, let's come out of here. Saying the device we're going to use is a 256. In fact, actually, no, it's not. It's a 28C64. Let's drop that one in. If you notice, there are spare pins up here because it doesn't go all the way up, but you must always insert it so the bottom is at the bottom. Right, now let's try and read from position 0, and we get AA. In fact, I should have which is not normal because I've actually been playing with this beforehand, so and AA is one of my commonly used settings. So if we were to do a right, 0, 55, which is also my other commonly used setting, you should now, that position, address position 0 should now have 55 in it. So if I read 0, we have 55, and just to make sure we can do a right, 0, AA, and we're going to write the AA back in again. Read, 0, and there we are. The nice thing about the EEPROMs is that we don't actually have to erase them either by UV light or in the case of the flash EEPROMs, they would need to be erased as a block. You either have to erase the whole device or a block of the device, depending on what the block size is. That's covered in the manufacturer's specification, but you can't erase a single byte. Right, I hope this has been informative, and please feel free to make use of the device as you wish.